girl, so I need you to wake the frick up because we need to like react to something together. Would you care to introduce yourself? My little floopers are very, very innocent, very cute, very demure. Do not scare them away, okay?
Hello. Okay, hold on.
Hello, everybody. My name is Maito, and I am a magical tiger Vtuber. I am super wholesome. I never talk about or or.
That was some introduction. But I was gonna say, so the reason why I got Alma here, Chad, is because as you guys can tell, she's like a freak of nature. So one of the things that we want to react to is something that like is very questionable, and I think Alma would like be the perfect guest to like react to that too. Okay, Alma, do you know what a gaycation is?
What the fuck is a gaycation?
I don't know, but we're gonna figure out together what a gaycation is, because that's what they wanted me to like react to. My 42F husband, 42M, has informed me he intends to go on a gaycation with his Bill 35M in Ibiza. How do I handle this? That's like honestly a good start, no?
Honestly, the star is giving like the Nile is a river in Egypt.
The Nile is a river in Egypt. Your husband is gay. So me and my husband have been happily married for about 16 years, give or take. We both have stable careers, good family life, and are fairly fortunate despite the cost of living racking in the UK right now. We have 2 boys, 15 and 10, and up until this Sunday, though we have had it pretty good. We argue sometimes, of course, but never gotten too bad, and we have a pretty decent sex life with some exploration, but I won't get into that. Long and short is, on Sunday, just after I dropped our boys off at their friends, my husband asked me if we had the house alone, and more importantly, do I have a minute? I said yes, and he sat me down, then got out this printed poster for some sort of and started explaining to me the concept of a gaycation.
I knew it. It's a gay vacation.
How it's where straight men go to somewhere with sun, sand, and booze and become gay for the duration of the trip. But that's fine because it doesn't actually count, because what happens on the gaycation stays on the gaycation.
I would beat his ass right there. I would fucking take that paper and shove it so far up his ass. What the fuck do you mean? What happens if the gaycation stays in the gaycation? We have 2 kids, right? We have 2 kids, and you're fucking 40. That shit barely even gets up in bed. What do you mean gaycation?
Isn't this just shitty but with extra steps? No, what happens in the gaycation that's on the gaycation. It's written right here. What are you on about? When he finally let me speak, I just said I need him to be clear with me. Is he gay? Because if yes, that's okay, but we need to figure out what happens going forward. There's quite the sides to this story. I'm gonna be honest. What do you mean that's okay?
I mean, like, it's okay to be gay, but not like if you wanna have another partner and she is monogamous.
But how can you be
divorce.
gay when you have 2 children? I think you
Lavender marriage. Or
you would realize much sooner that maybe you're gay or like bi. Okay, like bi, it's like one thing to figure out later, but like gay?
I don't know, how bad is her
Man. Oh god.
How bad is it?
I didn't let myself get angry or upset. I was just stunned. He's so up and down how he's not gay and he's 100% attracted to women. And of course, he still loves me and or boys. So I said, well, do you think you're bi maybe? And he got very defensive, saying how I need to drop the accusation and that this is the beauty of the gaycation. It allows straight men to experience gayness without actually being gay, and how it's like going to an aquarium.
He's gonna be like, yo, girl, I'm fucking straight as shit, but sometimes I wanna suck mad dick. I wanna be spinning on the dick like a fucking gas station sausage, bitch. But I'm straight, no homo though.
To me, what's crazy about all of this is like this, how it's like going to an aquarium.
Gay aquarium, bitch.
I said, well, I'm not really comfortable because even if he was bi, that this would be explicitly be cheating on me. And he got really angry and we treated he's not, because that's the beauty of the gaycation.
That's the beauty of gaycation.
Being gay is okay.
It is. It's totally fine.
But this motherfucker cheating, okay? It comes to a point. They have 2 boys, right? If he wants to have a gaycation, he can divorce and have his fucking gaycation.
That's fucked up though. Imagine like leaving your children because you want to experience sucking or like taking it in the ass. Oh my god.
Where's Daddy? Well, Daddy decided to go to fucking Bangkok to suck some
okay? On a gaycation.
I ignored him for the rest of the day, but we spoke at tea where I again asked him why does he want to do this so bad if he's not gay. He said how he's interested in how gays men live differ to straight men's, and that unfortunately once the gaycation begins, it's simply impossible for a man to resist, and he must surrender himself, mind, body, and soul to the gaycation or be destroyed.
Bro, the only thing getting destroyed is your fucking marriage.
Since he's mentioned no more of it, but somehow, and this is what scares me a lot too, that decision genuinely seems to be tearing him up. He didn't go into work on Monday and only went in half a day yesterday because he told them he just felt too ill and he looks distraught every time I see him. I really don't think he's wholly gay, though I can absolutely believe he's bi, but I'd rather be talked about that in a healthy way than this incredibly weird denialism about going on a sex holiday to Ibiza. This guy's a lost cause. Has anyone known straight guys to do this? No, this is not a straight thing. And come back and just go back to being straight. Like, surely that can't be a thing that happens. I'm so out of my depth here and I just don't know how to even initiate the conversation. For the record, I also haven't mentioned it to his sister yet. I don't even know how to break it to her. I don't even want to think so. Being able to get this out of here has helped me just a little bit.
Why would you tell his fucking sister? Tell his mother, or better, tell his dad.
Yeah, I'm gonna be so honest. I would ask him one more time, are you sure you want to do this? And if they say yes, the first thing I'm gonna do is pull up to his parents and I was like, hey, so after a marriage of 20 years with your child, he decided he wants to break things up because of a gaycation. The marriage is dead one way or another. In a way, I was in denial myself about that. I have contacted my sister-in-law and she initially screamed at me, calling me a liar and even insinuated I was trying to steal her husband. She rang me back shortly after, apologized and admitted she was in deep shock. Bro, my husband explained the aquarium thing in that it's a bit like that. You go there and you observe the fishes. You even get a bit up close, but you never actually enter the water, get emotionally invested, or become fish gay. So it really doesn't count. It was a very bizarre analogy, and I point out this still makes no sense that he just got more and a half, and how I just don't get it. And frankly, I still don't. I'm gonna be honest. This might well be just a man who wants to experience the gay. So he's bi-curious technically by means. When you're in love with someone, you're gonna start to not see the red flags. Like the op clearly is you know, they love the husband, and even when this is the biggest red flag ever, she's still considering her options. She's like, am I the weird one? Am I the Delulu one? Chad, would you ever go on a gaycation as a straight man? Never. Well, you guys are smart, I assume. 5 nights at KK. Apparently, it gets worse. I thought it was over there, but it gets worse.
Oh, does it?
Commenter 1. Your husband isn't proposing a gaycation. He's proposing cheating on you with men while using magical thinking to pretend it doesn't count. The fact that he's planning this with his sister's husband makes it even more... Wait! He's planning this with his sister's husband. Oh, it gets worse! It really gets worse! Oh my god. His bizarre explanation about surrendering mind, body, and soul isn't straight man curiosity. It's someone desperately trying to justify exploring his sexuality while keeping his heterosexual in marriage. Correct. His depression about not being able to go isn't about missing a vacation. It's about being forced to confront his sexuality without his convenient what happens in Ibiza stays in Ibiza excuse. I wanted to avoid the divorce option, but I guess it's the only option, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Dude, at this point, it's yes, please. Update November 28th. Which is kind of recent. That's crazy. So, when I last posted, I contacted my husband to tell him he wouldn't be staying at home tonight and a bag would be waiting for him. As you can imagine, we argued quite badly. I won't go into specific details, but no, I'm not 100% on board with the fact that at minimum he's bi. Might even be gay altogether. We had arguments in the past, but I've genuinely never seen him have such a childish tantrum before, screaming about how I just don't understand the gaycation. Absolutely despise the face. No.
Gay orgy! Oh, you're not letting me go!
And insinuating I'm actually homophobic because I refuse to allow him to participate in this culture exchange with the gay community. A lot of you said to ask him if it'd be acceptable if the roles were in reverse. And I did say would it be acceptable if I went and slept with all the guys during that week? Fucking clockwork. He was very angry and offended. Saying it's completely different because a gaycation means nothing and what happens on the gaycation stays on the gaycation, so it doesn't actually count. Whereas I'd be just straight up cheating. Well, I turned it around on him. No, but you see what happens in Manchester stays in Manchester. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't count.
Exactly.
It's like birds watching. And I think it got to him. He went all quiet and then started crying, admitting the thought of me sleeping with another man is destroying his heart, but relationships need sacrifices, so agreed. While in tears, that when he goes on the gaycation, I'll get 1 week in Manchester to do whatever I want. What? He doesn't want me to, but that's fair in a twisted way, he supposed. What? Just open the relationship, bro. Through this story so far, we found out not only he is closeted gay, but also he's a cuck because he's fine with like letting the wife just have fun in Manchester for a week as long as he gets his gaycation. That's fucking insane.
And Manchester out of all fucking places.
Man, Manchester, dude. Oh god. I know it's incredibly petty, but I also drained the joint bank account. No. That's not even petty. That's a W. I also drained the bank account so he couldn't try to use it against me. About an hour later, I got rang up by his mom, my mother-in-law, who just screamed at me about being a cheating whore. How it was horrible. What about the kids? When I finally got my composure back, I just said, ask your son about the gaycation. Obviously, at first she got angry, but I said no, just ask him about the gaycation. He'll explain, but she called me a fucking joke and hung up. Later on, getting into the evening, got another phone call from her in fluid of tears. She was very apologetic, and I told her she doesn't need to be the one to apologize. She was so upset, she put the... Well, I hate these words. The peel.
Father-in-law.
Thank you. Father-in-law on the phone who, while he sounded calm, I could just sort of tell he was on the warm path. Imagine how humiliating it must be for like the parents. Like your son wants to ruin their marriage to go on a gaycation and he thinks it's totally normal. I think that's like more embarrassing than telling your wife. It's just embarrassing that your parents know that. Got a text from my husband after the phone call, which was all weirdly rambly, saying about how I'd abused the gaycation to destroy his marriage and destroy his life, and again insinuated and his parents was homophobic for doing such a thing. Told her we'll talk when he grows up and blocked his number. Oh, of course, there's also the brother-in-law. So I haven't met yet with the sister-in-law. She was in such a state and has taken his far worse, and I have for reasons that'll be clear soon. We're going to maybe try tomorrow, but we did talk over the phone, and I eavesdropped on the conversation with her husband, where she put her phone on the speaker, and I went to mute. Her husband got home earlier. She made him come home, told him there was an emergency, and just said to him, "Can you please explain what a gaycation is?" She told me afterwards she was praying he'd look confused or just be like, "What?" or anything like that. But instead, he just sat her down and explained that a gaycation is a new thing where straight men go to gay hotspots and anticipating gay sex ads because it doesn't count because there's no investment.
That's
and because
gay!
It's not just gay, that is just cheating. Hooking up with someone is cheating. So like, what would make doing this with a guy not cheating, you know? He said it's like writing down angry thoughts and putting them in a drawer. You never have to see them again. This guy keeps going. When is it gonna stop? Full time sister-in-law is in tears, and he just calmly bats up the same points that my husband did and how it doesn't count, and he even did the whole "it's impossible to resist, you must surrender or be destroyed" shit. I seriously think they must be speaking to a dominatrix or something. Are there even male doms? This is real. This is real. Are there even male doms? Because surely neither of them are that into this to actually make that up on their own. I really don't want to go into what was discussed for her sake, but it did become very apparent to me that the bill is into sissy hypno and at times conflated that with the concept of a gaycation.
The gaycation is being moved to Arkham Asylum. What the fuck is that?
Did I read that right? Sissy hypno. What is that?
Okay, let me Google. Sissy hypno.
Oh god. Nice. We're expanding our knowledge today, chat.
Ah! Ah! Oh my god!
Is it that bad?
What the fuck am I looking at?
Guys, I would recommend not searching this if you're in public or at work. Guys, if Alma screamed about it, it's that bad.
Yes.
There was this utterly surreal moment where his sister-in-law is just trying to wrap her head around this while also in floods of tears, and he explains so genuinely, so matter-of-factly, that for most men, the gaycation is either a one-time annual thing, but some men go on the gaycation for years and others simply never return because they use hypnosis and mind control to be totally feminized. It's a state of permanent pseudo-gayness. What the fuck am I reading? She said in disbelief, surely if you're taking it up the arse willingly because you want to, that makes you gay. And he said no, because that's the beauty of the gaycation. You can do all this gay stuff, but you won't interact with the wider gay life experience. She asked him if the sissy stuff is what he wanted, and he said not on a long-term basis, and was adamant this is something all straight men do, but she wouldn't get it because she's a woman. If you don't do gaycations, at least annually, you are not straight. There were more insinuations of homophobia. Well, that marriage is dead too, I suppose. The whole ordeal ended when she said to him he has a choice to make, and he said no. He doesn't need to make this choice because the beauty of the gaycation is that it allows him to keep his marriage because it doesn't count. Is this guy stupid? Yes. She said that it's not the choice. The choice is whether he's leaving the house that night or she is. Only good thing he did was leave. They actually ended the marriage because of the gaycation. Me and sister-in-law spoke about it after, and I'm just still utterly stunned. I understand she's gone to her parents for the support. What exactly did we do to have our lives destroyed in such an abrupt, bizarre, embarrassing way? Oh my god. This is kind of like humbling. I'm gonna be so honest with you. This is like one of the most unique experience, right? You know when the people share a unique experience and they're like, oh no, I that happened to me too. I think this is truly a unique experience.
Yeah, for both. That's so insane.
Imagine having to tell people that your marriage got ruined because gaycation. For some advice, I'm going to look at devices and bank statements to see if I can find any definite proof of cheating. After that, I suppose I figure out how to tell the boys with their father won't be coming home. Oh my god, this is the worst one. How to tell the boys why their father won't be coming home.
I would rather tell them that their father died.
Bro, I wouldn't even know what to say. This would be the moment where I would say, yes, dad left with the milk and never came back. Your husband and like brother-in-law are deep in a shared delusion that's destroyed two families. Their identical talking points about surrender and destruction prove this was coordinated. They're not just planning to cheat, they're already involved in some online community that's warped their thinking. The fact that they're probably into Amino. The fact that they both instantly launched into the same script about gaycation shows this isn't spontaneous. This is true. If they both have the exact same script and the exact same way of expressing the gaycation, they might have seen like a video. I'm pretty sure they've seen some like sissy hypnosis video about the gaycation and they just like both liked it and fell for it.
No guys, that's what happens when you fall asleep with YouTube playing in the background. It's gonna eventually switch to a video that's gonna like brainwash you as you sleep.
What a pathetic kill.
Yeah.
For two men to die on. They destroyed their marriages, traumatized their families, and alienated their parents, all while insisting none of it counts because they made up special rules about it. They want to cheat without consequences, and they found an online community that validates this fantasy. Oh wow. Alright, this was the end of the gaycation. Well, what are your thoughts on this? How do you feel now that you know what a gaycation is?
I have a husband, and he even acknowledges that the word gaycation exists. My fists are gonna be red. I'm gonna be beating his fucking ass.
Dude, if I'm ever gonna have a husband and he says, ever heard of a gaycation? I'm just gonna hit the, you know, the meme, like the Warzone meme, where it's just like, and just be like, it's over.
Gaycation, perfectly fine if you're single, or open relationship, or open marriage.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine. Ain't nothing bad. But if you're in a fucking like 20-year-old marriage with your loving
children
wife and 2 kids, and you're like, man, I want to suck dick. You can suck dick at home. I can get a strap.
There are so many things that go around humans that we do not know about unless we see it in like a Reddit thread like this, right? I'm gonna be honest though, one of my first things would probably make a Reddit thread about this too, because like both, it's like, one, it's hilariously bad and crazy, and 2, like, it gets enough people questioning if it's actually real.
Alma?
Me out now.
Alma, no, I might have to. Alma-chan.
Oh, thank God. Am I free to go?
Why did you say it that way and then you were like, oh, thank God.
No, because like low-key, I have some places to be, like the shower, and like it was nice talking and reacting and shit, and I love you.
Have a
but
martini.
after hearing the gaycation story, I really have to my being aggressively.
Oh. I
Keep talking, I'm almost there.
Oh,
Bye.
Was it all just like a dream? Was it all in my head, chat? This never happened. Thank you, Alma, for reacting with me to the gaycation and sharing your endeavors. You are truly a freak of nature.